Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a foundation review on the new Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. It's super cute. It recently launched. To be honest, when it first launched, it didn't really have my full attention. I was getting my brows done, I saw it, I was like, hey, cool. What really caught my eye is that they have little travel sizes for like $10 that they sell at Ulta, I believe. So in the travel section at Ulta Sephora, you're gonna find them there. So I thought that was really cool. So I was like, okay, why not? Let me give it a try. On top of that, it does have SPF 15, which I like. So I like the idea of using this as a BB cream, if that makes any sense, just because it has that SPF 15, so it gives minimal coverage, and again, it has SPF 15, so it's just great for days off when you just need a little bit of something without fully committing. So with that being said, there is 12 shades to this formulation. It is $29, so it's really affordable if you ask me for a foundation. That's really affordable, especially anything you can find at Ulta or Sephora in the high-end brand section. So this is supposed to be lightweight foundation that evens out your skin tone and blurs imperfections with soft, focused optical blurring spheres. With the natural matte finish and light to medium coverage, it looks like skin and feels like nothing at all. So it's supposed to be weightless, breathable, blurs imperfection, and natural looking coverage. You do get 1 fluid ounce in the full size at $29. It's buildable coverage. They recommend you do it with your fingertips, but I'm not going to do that because that's gross. If you do that, that's totally fine. That's just not my thing. The feeling of foundation on my fingers grosses me out. I literally keep a makeup wipe to clean dirty fingers as soon as they get dirty. I'm really excited to try this formulation. There's only 12 shades, so a bit small. I know a lot of you guys might be thinking that's not enough shades, but for a tinted moisturizer, 12 shades is actually a lot because tinted moisturizers don't tend to be full coverage. So they tend to adapt to the skin, and I just don't think there needs to be 50 shades for a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer like this, I feel. Now, if it's medium to full coverage, then you definitely need, 30, 40 shades. With that being said, let's not waste any more time and let's just dive into the demo portion of this video. So keep on watching. Okay guys, so welcome to the demo portion of this video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation in the shade number 7. I really like this packaging. It's really cute that they have this pink top. So like my typical foundation reviews, I am going to be reviewing one side with the Beauty Blender and one side with the brush. See what I prefer, letting you guys know on the spot which one I prefer. And typically if I like the Beauty Blender side, then I tend to blend everything in with the Beauty Blender afterwards. With that being said, first I'm going to prime my face using the Professional Pearl Primer from Benefit. This is supposed to blur out your pores but give you a slight subtle glow. I'm just going to be taking a little bit and just tapping that in. Next I'm going to take the foundation and I'm just going to dispense it on the back of my hand. I don't really know how much to use, but as you can see, shade number 7 is a really warm yellow undertone. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually dot it on my right side of my face. Next, I'm just gonna be taking my Beauty Blender and just blending that in. So just looking at one layer on the right side of my skin using the Beauty Blender, it evened out my skin tone. However, obviously you can still see some of my acne scarring. I'm looking at the monitor if you're wondering where I'm looking. You can still see that mark right there. But other than that, it looks pretty good. It blurred everything out. I'm impressed for I'm going to the groceries type foundation. So far, that's my first impression. So again, I'm just going to be dispensing some on the back of my hand. The consistency is very liquidy. It's definitely running down the back side of my hand. So for the brush side, I am going to be using the Hourglass brush. I'm going to be taking the foundation and dotting it. I'm trying not to use too much because I feel like more product was dispensed this time. So now I'm just taking the brush and I'm just going to be buffing that in. Honestly, both sides look really well. No complaints. So I feel like this foundation can be applied either or. I will say that the Beauty Blender side blended in with the concealer around my eyebrows. I mean, it's a Beauty Blender. Obviously, it's going to melt it into the skin better. But even this side, I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. Let me just try to blend that out a little bit better. But it's honestly not even a big deal. Typically, I would do my foundation first and then my brows, so this wouldn't really be a problem had I gone about my foundation normally, but obviously for video purposes, I did my brows first. Yeah, it looks really good. So I'm gonna go into the second layer just to see if this is buildable coverage. I'm just gonna take what I have left over from when I used the brush, and I'm just gonna apply that right on my cheeks just because that's the area that I feel needs more coverage. Just because I have a lot of acne scarring, and I'm just going to take my beauty blender on that side and just press it into the skin. And then I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm going to try not to do too much just because I'm just building coverage on my cheeks with the brush, and I'm just going to take that and just kind of apply that on the cheek. Now I'm taking the brush on that side and I'm just going to press it into the skin. So as far as layering, I will say that if you're going to be layering this foundation, definitely go in with the beauty blender. This brush side doesn't look bad, but it's a little bit, looks a little cakey, not gonna lie. So definitely if you're layering, definitely take the beauty blender. I'm honestly just gonna go in with the beauty blender on this side because after I added that second layer, not the same. And I'm just gonna press it, press. Overall, the foundation looks really good. I'm genuinely shook just because it's supposed to be a sheer coverage foundation and looks really good. Like, it made my skin look very put together. I can definitely see myself reaching for this if it was like on like a quick, like on the go, like I'm going to the groceries, going to hang out with a friend real quick. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup off camera and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I finished doing the rest of my makeup and overall the foundation looks really good. It made my skin look nice and put together. It doesn't feel heavy, it feels super lightweight. It honestly doesn't even feel like I'm wearing anything. I'm gonna go ahead and do a flash test real quick. So looking at the flash test, the foundation looks really good. I did powder it down, and despite the fact that it has SPF 15, it looks really good. Like, it looks like my skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing anything on flash, so there's no flashback whatsoever, so I'm really impressed by that. So with that being said, it is 4:12 in the afternoon, so I'll be back in a couple hours to check back in with you guys, so keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome back. So I didn't end up being able to film yesterday, which is when I initially started filming this video, because I ended up going to the club and not coming home till like 4 a.m. And there was just no way I was going to be filming at 4 a.m. because I went to work today at 11 a.m. Well, I woke up and did my makeup at 11 a.m. and I just got home from work. It's 7:06 at night. It's been about 8 hours since I initially put on the foundation. I did go in and do the same exact thing on my face as I did yesterday. I will say that after 8 hours of wear, the foundation is holding up pretty well. It looks very glowy. I do look a little bit greasy on camera, like looking at myself in the camera, like on my viewfinder. I am seeing that I look very oily in my T-zone, but in person, it looks very glowy. It looks really nice. It looks very luminous. Looks like my skin. I would, however, have to powder down if I was like to wear it further. Overall, I really like this. I think it's holding up amazing for an 8-hour formula that's not meant to be a long wearing foundation. Like I said, this is, in my mind, this is like a BB cream because it has SPF. Definitely light to medium coverage. It is buildable, so you do get a medium buildable coverage. I wouldn't say that this is going to get you to full coverage. You definitely still have to go in with the concealer. I definitely went in with concealer in my under eye area just to brighten up my dark circles because this foundation didn't do anything to cover that up or neutralize that. It says it has soft focus optical blurring spheres, and I have to agree because my I literally look poreless. It just looks super smooth. So it definitely blurs and feels weightless. It's definitely a natural coverage foundation. And as far as cons, I feel like the only con might be that some people might be a little sensitive to sunscreen, but I love sunscreen and products just because it's eliminating a step for me. With that being said, overall, I think this is a great foundation, or in my mind, it's a BB cream, because let's be honest, if we're going somewhere like really special, we are not going to pick this out of my stack of foundations. This is not going to be the one that I pull. However, it is a really nice formula. I'll definitely be grabbing it if I'm like needing to go to the store, needing to hang out with friends casually. I will definitely be pulling this foundation because it looks really nice. It definitely blurred out my pores. It just looks really good on the skin. It sits very well. It blurs out all my imperfections. Overall, I give this foundation a thumbs up. I think it works really nice. It wears really nicely. I will say though, if you are oily, then definitely use some sort of mattifying primer in your T-zone. And if you're dry, I think you're actually really gonna like this formula because it's not clinging to anything. It just looks very nice. With that being said, guys, that basically concludes today's video. If you like this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on those notifications and make sure you follow me on Instagram at DGAFpanda. And if you watch this video all the way to the very end, let's put a peach emoji down below in the comments so that people are kind of like, WTF. With that being said, guys, DGAFpanda.